Being awkward is simply you're judging yourself, thinking that you're not allowed to share. To overcome that awkward silence, awkward moments, I continue doing what awkward moments are only awkward when nobody does. What's up, guys? This is Josh. Today we're gonna be talking about people's biggest fear when it comes to socializing, which is those awkward moments, awkward silence during the conversation. If you socialize with people from time to time, you will know that there are gonna be those awkward moments and awkward silence. Sometimes you just don't know how to better the situations. First of all, let's discuss about awkward silence. Well, you and I, we both know how awesome it is to have awkward silence. It's like when your mind goes blank and you're having a brain fart. In the meanwhile, you don't know what to do with it, and in your mind, you think that other people are judging you because of those awkward moments or awkward silence. And because of the way you think, it's just gonna get more serious and you're just gonna get more anxious, and that's gonna make you not want to socialize with anyone anymore. You're just gonna continue judging yourself and tell yourself that maybe I'm just an awkward person, maybe I'm just a boring person, I can't socialize with others. So today, to break the way you think about yourself, all those negative talks, all those negative comments towards yourself, I'm gonna discuss 4 main topics. After watching this whole video, you're gonna learn so much and you're gonna regain your confidence back to deal with those awkward moments. Let's talk about the first topic. Why are there awkward or silent moments during a conversation? Let me explain awkwardness first and then the silence. Being awkward is simply you're judging yourself, thinking that you're not allowed to share, to express yourself, but then you still want to, you secretly want to express yourself. So then it will create that inconsistency, and that's being awkward. Let me just provide you an example of me being awkward. Let's say I'm thinking about this coffee that I'm drinking. I want to share with someone that I'm enjoying the coffee. But then in my mind, I may be telling myself that I can't be talking to strangers. Why would strangers care? So then that's a negative talk, negative comments towards myself. But then my desire is to share how much I like this coffee. So if I just talk to someone and be like, hey, you know that the coffee here is it tastes good. What do you think? Did you see that pauses between my words when your mind is thinking one way and you're doing the other? That inconsistency is gonna show in reality. And now let's talk about silence. Silence, it's a lot easier to explain. How I see it is just a pause during a conversation. It's like you're taking a break between this topic that you're discussing about versus the next one. Somehow, having that silence is disturbing to some people. However, I'm gonna give you another point of view. You know how when you listen to some songs, there are pauses during the songs. Who did it? The artist did it. And they did it purposely. So when you listen to some songs, you would know that, oh, there are pauses. But then you're not gonna be like, ew, why did the artist do that? Like, I hate pauses. This music just can't stop. It has to go all the way from the beginning till the end. It shouldn't have any pauses. Well, I hope you're not thinking that way, because if you are, then it's gonna be really difficult for you to accept that there's gonna be silence, awkward moments during conversation. So remember, silence is just a break. You're just taking a break from a conversation, and it's gonna last the conversation longer. The second topic is, what do I do when I'm in an awkward situation? Awkward moments are usually because of someone making a sort of mistake that causes a pause in a conversation. Or you can say that someone did something that is out of an order. So then how do you deal with awkward moments? One key idea that I want to share with you is that awkward moments are only awkward when nobody does anything about it. So then I'm gonna provide 2 scenarios for you, and you can learn how to take actions to overcome those awkward moments. The first example is that, let's say I'm at a coffee shop and I met a person in line. Let's say I just decided to talk to the person, but then the conversation just dies off. If you were in that situation, you would be like, so awkward, what are we supposed to do? But what I would do is that I would just continue looking at the menu, continue thinking about what I'm gonna get to drink, to eat at that coffee shop. And all I'm doing to overcome that awkward silence, awkward moment, is that I continue doing what I was doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, which is figuring out what I'm gonna order at the moment. It's like when you're on a date, when you're at a restaurant eating, and suddenly you just stop talking and your date just stops talking too. Then there's that awkward moment. You don't know what to do. I would just be eating or drinking water, because at restaurants, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to eat and enjoy the food, and that's what exactly you need to do. You just need to relax and continue doing what you're supposed to do at the scenario. The second thing that you can do to overcome awkward situation is that you have to be aware of the ways that you're expressing yourself, even though you can't see you without a mirror. People can often feel your energy and feel like feeling awkward or feeling sad or feeling happy. It's just how human beings are. Let's say you're still on the date at the restaurant. If you're feeling awkward, if you're acting awkward, your body will be really stiff. You wouldn't even smile, or you would smile like you want to, but then you don't. It's just not natural. So your facial expression, your body language, and even your voice, if you talk like you don't believe that you're talking about that topic, without that consistency, people are gonna think that you're saying things just to say things. Like there's no point. You just want to have that fillers during the conversation. So all you need to do is to take a look at yourself and ask yourself, is showing what I'm feeling? So the key is make sure that your facial expression, your body language, your voice, they're consistent with the way you actually think. You just need to understand how you feel and don't be shy to express it. Okay, the next topic is, what are some mindsets that could overcome those awkward moments or silence? First of all, I'll be saying that everyone in this world, if everyone has socialized with someone, they must have experienced an awkward moment or silence. So you need to see it as something that is not just you, it's everyone. It's normal. You need to normalize the fact that sometimes some moments are just awkward. And when there are moments like that, when there is silence, it's an opportunity for you to take a break and then continue the conversation. It is not a bad thing. But then you can tell me that, what if the awkward silence is like lasting for so many minutes? Like it's not just like a 10-second awkward silence. It's like 10 minutes. How I think is that if you are comfortable with awkward silence, the other person or the other group of people would feel that you're feeling comfortable, even when you're not saying about anything. If you can stay calm and accept that awkward silence, I guarantee that you're not gonna be panicking about those awkward moments in the future. And lastly, you need to understand that sometimes it's not because of you being awkward. It's about maybe the other person or the other group of people. They don't want to socialize with you. Some people just don't like to socialize. They don't like to talk. They don't like to express themselves. But then, you know what? If they're happy that way, just let them be. There are many factors that we don't know about other people. So all we need to do is to accept it. Okay, they don't want to socialize. There are other people who want to socialize with us. So here comes the fourth topic, which is the conclusion. I think that awkward silence is an essential during a conversation. As I said previously, I see it as an opportunity. And why is that? Because it's a moment to test the other person, how they react with that awkward moment, with that awkward silence. If you see people start panicking, you know that they probably don't socialize that much, for instance. And for the record, it's easy for you to pick and choose who you think would have the least awkward moments with, because from time to time, some people with you, they just feel really comfortable. Even if there is silence, you both are okay with it. You are not bothered with that silence, with that gap between a conversation. So see it as an indicator to find your true friends. And for those people who you can't really socialize with, that you will have more awkward moments with, you just need to let them go and know that I am trying my best to communicate to socialize with you, but I don't have to force you to join the conversation. There's no pressure. When you think it that way and you don't want to have any pressure for anyone, that's usually when the conversation flows the most, the best. In the end, I just want to say that if you can remain calm, even if there are awkward moments, awkward silence, and you take it light, like you don't take it too seriously, you take it as if it's normal. It's normal to have those kind of moments. You'll be really good at dealing with those awkward moments and use them in your favor. Next episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make a conversation flow better so you don't run out of topics to talk about. Let me know what you think, and please comment below. I need your feedback, and I'll see you next time. Bye.